Lords, ladies, gentlemen, distinguished parliamentarians, fellow Kurds, friends. My name is Ibrahim Dogus, and I'm delighted to welcome you all to the Palace of Westminster and to the second annual Newroz reception and Most Successful Kurds in Britain Awards. Let me wish you a very happy Newroz as we celebrate our Kurdish New Year today. Tonight, we celebrate the growing role of Kurdish people in the United Kingdom. We celebrate Kurdish communities and Kurdish leaders making a name in politics, in the arts, and in business in communities across the UK. We may be small as a community, just 250,000 Kurdish people in Britain, but we are making a positive impact. We are making friends, we are winning allies, and we are proud of our identity as Kurds and as our identity as British citizens. Tonight we will see some great success stories and hear some amazing tales. The great lesson from these stories is that when we work together, we can do amazing things. When Kurdish people and their friends are united, we can achieve more than if we disagree and argue amongst ourselves. We have made great strides with the establishment of the Kurdistan Regional Government. We are taking great strides towards our dream of a democratic, peaceful, stable homeland, and to take our place alongside the United Nations of the world. Equality, peace, democracy, and freedom in our homeland is the way forward. All we have achieved has been through our unity, our solidarity. But this moment of great opportunity is also a great moment of danger. Our dream is in mortal danger, and our struggle in the Middle East is for survival. You know about the great evil that we call Daesh. You have seen the terrible accounts of beheadings, rapes, torture. You have seen Daesh murdering men and women for being gay, throwing people off buildings and down lift shafts. You have seen young girls sold into sexual slavery. You have seen all this, but who is it that is at the forefront of the fight against this evil? It is the Kurdish people who have taken up arms against this evil. Kurds are today the main force fighting Daesh. Men and women serve as comrades in arms, as equals. Grandparents take up arms alongside their grandchildren. They fight for their people, and in the knowledge that if they fail, they will be destroyed utterly. The Kurds of Kobani, Rojava, and the Kurdistan region, including Yazidis, Christians, and other minorities, are on the front line of a fight against the vilest fascism of our age. They have driven Daesh out of its strongholds in Sinjar and Kobani. Let me be quite clear. No Kurd wants to take up arms. We want to bring up our families, run businesses, study at universities, serve our communities, watch our children grow. But what can we do faced with Daesh? What would you do? We must not lose sight of this struggle going on right now. And we must stand shoulder to shoulder with those fighting right now. And we must press for all possible support for the Kurdish people engaged in this struggle. That includes increased military support until Daesh is defeated. And when we look at what's happening in Turkey, we know we need solidarity and peace more than ever. We all condemn absolutely the terrible violence in Turkey. Most recently, the terror attack at the weekend in Kızılay district in Ankara. We stand with the victims' families. We condemn terrorism. The Turkish government must resume its peace talks with legitimate representatives of the Kurdish people in Turkey and in Rojava and elsewhere. I hope British representatives will put pressure on the Turkish government to seek out a peaceful solution. The key point is that Kurds are not a threat to Turkey or any other countries. Kurdish people simply want to live in peace and be equal to other citizens of each of the countries they live in. Is that such a bold demand? I look around this room this evening and I see some wonderful friends of the Kurdish people, MPs, peers, councillors, trade unionists from Unite and GMB, business leaders, community leaders. I see people who support us in every way on every day. I want to say thank you for doing all that. You know the old Kurdish saying that our only friends are the mountains. Tonight I feel the warmth of many friends, not just the mountains. The message we must send from this room is one of unity and one of action. We need unity amongst the Kurdish communities here and around the world. We need action to educate people about the Kurds, to organize our campaigns and to win new support. This room we stand in tonight is named after Clement Attlee, the great Labour leader and Prime Minister after World War II. We stand in the shadow of a great man. But did you know he was a British officer in the First World War? 100 years ago, he fought in Gallipoli and France and knew service in Iraq. He landed at the port of Basra and was wounded in a battle near Kut. My point is that men have been fighting over the cities, mountains, and deserts of this part of the world for so many years. For centuries, we have known little peace. This May, it will be 100 years since the British and French signed Sykes-Picot Agreement, which drew lines on the desert and created nations where none had existed. Now the region is again in flux. Just as in Attlee's time, the kaleidoscope has been shaken, and the pieces have not yet settled. So to conclude, let me thank our friends, supporters, and sponsors this evening. Thank you all for all of the participants of tonight's awards. We have some great winners. We celebrate Newroz, our Kurdish New Year, with a reminder that the light will drive out the darkness, and that after the bitter chill of winter, the spring returns to our land. Happy New Year. Thank you.